Digicreeps, a term used to describe a new genre of science fiction. Digicreeps, a subculture consisting of kids, freaks, and obsessive technophiles. Digicreeps, a cultural movement, the likes of which the world has never seen since punk was still kind of a thing. They are all Digicreepers, and this is Digicreeps. The term was inaugurated through the publishing of Tavers' McTavers sci-fi opus Hackerman, winner of the Hugo, Lotus, Nebula, and the MC Hammer Award for Literary Excellence. It has also spawned a multi-million-dollar film franchise, starring former Hollywood A-lister Brant Bannerwood in the central role of John Hackerman, a street-smart computer hacker who uses his knowledge of guns and anger to seek revenge on those he deems as mean to him.
Now before they show your brains splattered all over the Neo News, you better give me the megabytes.
Oh, man.
Come on back here.
Oh, man.
Get back here.
Oh, man.
Get back here.
What seems to resonate with audiences most is its themes of both love and fear of technology, about finding oneself at the forefront of a strange dystopian future, a future not unlike our own.
Beneath the pulsing night sky of Cyber City, the night ground was littered with shitty teenagers jacking into the web thing. The data centers of Ionaga groaned as it spat data out the data tubes. Too bad all the microchips in town couldn't stop teenagers from being jerk assholes. Bunch of jassholes.
They describe Digicreeps as postmodern science fiction literature. Now, I'm not sure what postmodern means. So, are we done?
McTavers has gone on to sell over 700 million books worldwide and has been the recipient of every literary award imaginable. Hackerman, along with his other books, Manhack, Mind Warper's Delight, Robo Baby Daycare, Data Jerks, and Under the Overdrive, have all been translated into over 40 languages. Hackerman still being his most celebrated and critically acclaimed.
I don't understand what all the huff and fluff is about. People are obsessed with this thing. It's just a book about what the future might be like. You know, imagine stuff, flying cars, food you put up your ass. You know, stuff like that. No. I wrote this book because of a dare, basically. My publisher, he said that I couldn't write a book that would sell to the mainstream. That little piece of shit. This 20-something fucking year old fucking around on his computer all day called me a cult writer. I thought, I'll show him. I'll write a book about that little fucking computer he's on all day. They'll scare him into shit about killing him with viruses and fucking him with a laser sword.
I understand what you're saying right now.
No.
I don't think you understand the cultural significance.
No. I was just trying to scare this little jasshole. The fucker goes and publishes the thing.
Seemingly overnight, Hackerman became a worldwide phenomenon. After its success, McTavers found himself at the forefront of a cultural movement. People around the world began to proclaim themselves Digicreeps, embracing digital culture, fashion, and technology.
I hack all the time, man. Oh, just all the way up and down the waterfront. Just hickety hacking away, man.
Cyber-Fi, quantum fingers.
Sure, yeah. Greg was my meat slab name. Call me by my cyber name. User 7887 bracket. Click here to change default username in bracket.
Dipping in the deep web, up to my toes. Yeah.
These sad, pasty kids with piercings, these smelly kids, they show up at my house. every other week to tell me how great my books are and how much it changed their lives. In fact, last week, this meek, sad-looking kid came up. He was in a bad way. And the thing is, my screen door, it only has about this much space to get things through. So it's really hard to aim down the barrel. So I just kind of stuck my gun through the door and shot at his feet. That scared him off just fine.
The explosion of Digicreeps in the mainstream has spawned its own share of celebrity personalities. Tim Techno, a legitimate cyber hero, outspoken hacker, hacktivist, and hackologist, is one of many voices shaping the culture.
I think I'm one of the most outspoken rockstar hackers of the quote Digicreeps end quote genre. And this is because I don't pull any punches, and a lot of people in the cyber community see me as a handsome hero for this. My fame comes from my bold and often brassy opinions, as well as my skills as a data whisperer. You see, I can get into any machine anywhere in the world and make it do whatever I want. I can make an IBM computer in Beijing, China, make me pancakes if I wanted to. I can't really do that, but you see my point. Right now, I have as much power as, say, the President of the United States of America, and this makes a lot of people very nervous, because I'm not afraid to use that power in whatever way I seem necessary. Do you hear that, Mr. Ronald Reagan? The all-American Judas with the mashed potato face? See, I'm not beneath calling out an old man.
Threatening presidents is only one of Tim Techno's pastimes. Another pastime is recruiting hacktivist soldiers to fight in his digital army. They agreed to speak with us only if we modified their voices to protect their identities.
Everyone runs around like trying to impress their big corporate masters, filling their coffers with scabby blood coins made from the toil of the poor and the crippled. Everyone pays for phone calls, whereas I do not pay for phone calls. I just blow this little whistle into the phone, and now I'm on the phone with the whole world. North Dakota, South Dakota.
I have hacked my school. I have hacked my bank. I even hacked my local church group. Stole some recipes. I've hacked golf courses. I've hacked baseball diamonds. I even hacked a cherry orchard. Anything can be hacked with the right set of tools.
And what kind of tool would you use to hack a cherry orchard?
A cherry picker.
A lot of people in the community respect me, and they love me because I'm one of the few console cowboys who have been to the edge of cyberspace and back and have lived to tell the tale, yay for me. And what I've learned is that large multinational corporations, or corp daddies as I like to call them, are all afraid of super stud hackers like myself and others, mostly myself, hacking away at their profits. Now they can try to silence me, they can try to slander me, they can try to shut me away, they can even try to shut off my mom's internet, but there's one thing they can't do, is they cannot stop the flow of information. Information wants to be free. Copyright Tim Techno.
Information wants to be free.
Copyright Tim Techno.
Information wants to be free.
Copyright Tim Techno.
Information wants to be free.
Information wants to be free.
Copyright Tim Techno.
Information wants to be free.
Copyright Tim Techno.
I gotta tell the news that the government's a bunch of jerks. I got some news for you to unload, Doctor. Right fucking here.
No, Hacker Man, no. Please don't shoot me, Hacker Man, no, please. Hacker Man, no.
Information. Who has it? Where does it come from? Whose information is it? Is it your information? Is it the government's information? Can you bake the information into a pie and send it off with the sailor? Is the sailor even there? questions. Lots of stuff is gonna happen in the future. The future is a very scary place. In the future, maybe teenagers will be killing each other on the street for a pair of parachute pants. Maybe. Nobody knows for certain. Certainly not me. In the future, there'll be wide open holes in the back of our heads, and we can plug ourselves into a computer and download experiences directly into our brains. We could climb Mount Everest. We could visit the moon. Or you can see through the eyes of some cartoon anime pony who just wants to live life on their back. Endless possibilities.
Artificial intelligence. Now that's a very scary one. Machines taking over the Earth. We have to be prepared for such an event. Now let me give you two scenarios. One, sentient machines come by and they say, "Oh hey, what's up?" And we say, "Oh hey, nothing much." And they say, "Okay, cool, we're gonna take over the Earth now," and then they kill us all. Two, machines come by and they say, "Okay, we're gonna take over the Earth right now." And we say, "Right, here's the deed to the Earth, Mr. Machine. And everyone on Earth's already numbered and cataloged for your convenience. Also, here are the keys to my office." At which point I shall strip all my clothes off and attach to myself to the great machine mother, whom I assume will attach to me via this giant two-pronged metal jack bored directly into my eye sockets. This way I'll be forever tethered to her perfect majesty, and she can use my spinal fluids at her discretion. And if you elect me as your congressman, I will make it a point to represent my constituents in the great machine hive mind. One voice, one mind, together. Like I said, very, very scary stuff.
Hot damn, that hologram woman or whatever was good looking. The way she looked in the future light made her look like a Mona Lisa cranked up to 11. No, 12. No, 24. Fuck it, I'll fix this part later. She was hot alright. Hot diggity. Damn.
Digital culture influences more than just intellectuals and professional guessers. Digicreep-inspired musicians have already begun creeping into the mainstream, creating anthems about their digital way of life. Gerlandian industrial artists Franz und Franz broke into the Canadian top 40 with their hit Burn the Rice. Some believing that rice burning is a metaphor for white hat hackers turning to the dark side of the law.
My lover tried to make the rice, she burned the rice, and now my love is gone. I left instructions on the fridge, you'd think they'd follow them, but they don't. First pour in the package, then you add the spice, put it on a timer, baby, so you don't burn the rice. My lover took me by the hand and took me to the rice graveyard. All those rices row on row could pass the time. I was appalled. First you add the package, then you add the spice, put it on a timer, baby, so you don't burn the rice. Burn the rice. Burn the rice. Kindly put it on a timer so you don't burn the rice. Put me in your steamer, baby, and put the lid on tight. Add your favorite vegetable and wait till I'm just right.
It was later revealed that the song was not about hacking, but was in fact actually about cooking rice, and had nothing to do with anything.
Dipping in the deep web, up to my toes.
Digital culture even goes so far as to influence the alternative artists and filmmakers. Take visual artist Jaymoon, who used groundbreaking CGI animation to bring his hallucinatory visions to life.
So the original concept I had for the film, right, is there's this deer, and he's thinking about Jesus Christ, and the thought rises to the sky like a bubble, and then it turns into a Nazi sigil, and then Hitler's head cracks like an egg, and inside is Jesus Christ again, followed by a tiger-faced woman with a tail like Dick Snicker-Snack, but that's okay, it's a friendly car with big old eyeballs driving down the street. We see the sun and the moon dancing with one another, only to be eclipsed again by Jesus Christ as he watches a serpent go into its mother man's mouth, and it's apple, a skull, a skeleton man. We see a copyright-free Godzilla smashing up a bridge. So that's what I pitched, right? And the studio goes like, "Oh, well, we don't know how to do such a brilliant thing. We're just stupid nubs, don't have any money." So I didn't think I could do it, right? Till one day, mate pops around my house with this thing called a computer. Guess what I did?
The film, aptly titled Dear Jesus, Hitler, Jesus, Jesus, swept through pornographic theaters nationwide, breaking box office records and garnering several prestigious awards, such as the Brad Bruxbury Award for Sloppy Science, the Future Dated Animation Top Prize, the Men's Small Motor Grand Prix and Eating Contest, and the Tundra Film Optics Award for Best Children's Film. The photorealistic graphics and deep poetic subtext of the film have garnered worldwide fame for its creator, Jaysun, visual artist turned self-proclaimed cyber art man. Still, he contributes much of his artistic inspiration to reading the first Hackerman novel.
I remember the first time I read the Hackerman novel, I had just woken up in a subway tunnel and I see this paperback novel just floating down a puddle. So I pick it up, read the whole thing, cover to cover, thought it was brilliant, all the future bits of it. Find an emergency telephone in the tunnel, and I called my manager and I said, "Rudy, listen, from now on, if anyone wants to work with me, if they want to call me on the phone or even look me in the eye, they have to read this book first, period." Now, admittedly, this led to a lot of restructuring within the company.
So there's some people that claim that you have not, in fact, read the book.
Well, they would be lying, wouldn't they? Because I have read the book, please and thank you.
What's your favorite part? What's your favorite part of the book, sir?
Hi, I'm Prance Bannerwood of the Hackerman films, and I'm on the set of Hackerman 12. It's a pleasure to be here.
Some people want to keep the eyes their mother gave them, Cyber Sam said as he prepared the eye-taking out gun. Well, I never liked my mother too much anyways, Tybalt said, taking a swig of economy brand dolphin juice. Well, suit yourself, replied Cyber Sam as he scooped out Tybalt's eyes with the eye scooper. Ow, my eyeballs.
Technology influencing art is one thing, but influencing our day-to-day lives is quite another. Scientists are getting closer and closer to scheduling a meeting to discuss the possibility that maybe, sometime in the future, humanity will meld with machines like the protagonists in McTavers novels.
What I think is most exciting is the technology that people are inspired by. I mean, most specifically with taking handicap people and making them not so handicap anymore. Like, you take a blind person, totally blind, stock stinking blind, haven't seen a day in their life, blind. And you take this and that technology, you do some stuff, and they can see again. I mean, I don't know how it works. They probably take little tiny TVs, shove them in people's eyes, jam electrodes up people's asses, and light them up like a Christmas tree. I think it's noble.
Once more, McTavers' predictions aren't far from the truth. In northwestern Ontario, deep in the brush of the uncircumcised wilderness, resides a man who may very well be the world's first cyborg, Stanley Bluejay.
Oh, a couple of springs back, I had this black bear come on up to the house, and he was pounding on the door. So, not wanting to be rude, I answered it. And the bear, he ripped my arm off. My first thought when this happened was, do I know this bear? And my second thought was, oh, I might die. But I didn't have to. They helicoptered me out of there via helicopter and took me to a hospital. They said they could make me a robo-arm if I signed a bunch of forms and stuff. So I did. Oh yeah, it's true, there's a few kinks to work out, but it's a work in progress. I go to the university every week for regular tests and checkups. This one time, it accidentally grabbed one of the nurses by the throat and started choking her. Everybody thought that was pretty funny. I often have nightmares where I find the bear that done took my arm, and I rip off his arm with my robo-arm. But then the bear, he gets a robo-arm, comes and finds me, rips off my other arm. But then I get another robo-arm, come back for the bear, but then he gets more robo-parts, and then I get more robo-parts, and it just ends with us being two immortal machines, duking it out in the woods until the end of time. But I still like the arm, eh? It's alright. Oh, I don't think it's anything to worry about. I think if more people had robo-arms, it'd be a good thing for society. Sure, you'd have a couple bad apples out there winning tennis tournaments and such, but overall, I think it'd be a good thing for society.
Right, so in the future there will be sex pills, right? And they make you bigger, stronger, faster, no gag reflex muscles, glow in the dark, that kind of thing. But you can't afford sex pills. Now imagine that. Imagine everyone around you is engaged in this hyper-neon sex cult where anything goes and there's no taboos and everyone looks like they're 24 and people are dropping dead from having mind-blowingly amazing gay sex. God damn, it's pure. Now you're just some stupid straight guy in the future. Now ask yourself, can you afford not to take these pills? I know I can't.
In McTavers' novel, Data Jerks, information thieves jack into cyberspace using lubricated 1-inch jacks inserted into their nostrils and anus. They then can experience the internet as a shared hallucination, perceiving and exploring data in a stylized visual space. This is how cyberspace is experienced today, through a series of stuttering, eye-repelling graphics. For the last 5 years, VR specialist Microchip has been working to create a seamless virtual world.
Virtual reality is the new god. We've only just scratched the surface of major applications that VR could be used for. We've been working on a complete world that a person can engage and interact with fully while experiencing only minor symptoms of vomiting, nosebleeds, and full bowel release. You see, the system itself is as simple and as elegant as a Russian massage parlor. Here we have a visor which beams a gentle 20,000 lumens directly into the retina. We have a high quality microphone here as well as high quality headphones because the rest of the family doesn't need to know what you're doing. I mean, why should they? I mean, how dare they? And here we have a chip inside the system which relays the information from the headset to the computer to one of several chips inserted into the body with every session like so. Whoa. Now we're ready to dive into cyberspace. Now, you may think that I haven't left the office yet, but you would be dead wrong, mister. Believe it or not, I am actually in a virtual space right now. Oh, it's starting. Get the bucket. Here is where I can truly be myself. Hello, virtual wife, so kind and not condescending. Hello, dancing mares. Might I have this dance? Hello, virtual son. Don't forget to eat your triangle. Hello, virtual lobster son from my first virtual lobster marriage. Let me know what time your band is playing this weekend. A teacher can teach a virtual class 1,000 miles away full of nauseous students. A person can visit relatives from across the globe without having to leave the comfort of their own toilet. I firmly believe that this technology has the opportunity to connect the world in a way that we've never thought possible before. And if I was an investor, I'd get on this scheme. Ground floor, man. Thank you. Is anyone driving towards the hospital?
Dipping in the deep web, up to my toes. Yeah.
The world described in McTavers' novels has only just started turning into reality, shaping our society. But oddly enough, McTavers himself has withdrawn from technology and society as a whole, preferring to resign himself to one of his several gothic manners. Still, he never forgets his humble beginnings as an impoverished writer.
You know, I got started in this business taking old porno flicks and adapting them into books. Just pushing them out. It was a service designed for meek, cowardly men who wouldn't want to be seen in a porno booth. I wrote Hacker Man, the first book, on an old as shit, heavy as fuck typewriter. Every day I'd wake up, my wife brings in my tray, I have a little sniff, and I go in the shower, rub-a-dub-dub, get out of the shower, have a little glug-glug, wife brings back the tray, have a sniff, go to my room, and then that's when I write for 4 or 5 hours minus screaming fits. And then I eat until I throw up, my wife cleans me up a bit, and then I go to bed. That's how I write most of my books.
Some believe McTavers to be just another cult writer, while others consider him a time traveler from a distant future, selling his knowledge of future events through the pulp novel market. But in the coming information age, the question is, who really has all the answers? Do these so-called experts really have such a keen grasp on technology's role in human development? Or are they nothing more than con men, selling their guesses to a documentary team too lazy to perform a background check? Only time will tell. But through all the discourse, some universal truths still shine through, as explained by McTavers himself.
When I was in my 20s, I had nothing. I was broke, no job, and ugly. But I learned a very important truth. There's a certain section of society that feels lonely and dejected, and they're pretty much on edge. And if you tell these people a fantastic story about space and robots and stupid shit, they will fucking throw their money at you.
My lover tried to make the rice, she burned the rice, and now my love is gone. I left instructions on the fridge, you'd think they'd follow them, but they don't.